Hi, I'm Danny Corwin from Harbor Freight Tools for Schools. Thank you for giving the Prize for Teaching Excellence a shot this year. With the deep respect for the dignity of the trades and for the intelligence and creativity of people who work with their hands, we created the prize to shine a light on excellence in skilled trades education in public high schools across America. Our learning module, Marketing Skilled Trades Education to Gen Z, features Kayleen McCabe, a general contractor and advocate for skilled trades education. You may know Kayleen from the DIY Network show, Rescue Renovation. In this module, you'll take in Kayleen's infectious spirit and obvious love for the skilled trades as she shares her best tips for marketing your skilled trades class to Generation Z, or as you know them, today's high school students. The way to sell skilled trades education to this generation, says Kayleen from her workshop in Denver, Colorado, is to be 100% authentic. We're excited to see how you might take Kayleen's ideas and run with them to get more students excited about learning the trades. In fact, we hope you'll take anything you might learn from the entire application process and use it tomorrow or the next day or even next semester. If you'd like to dig a little deeper into the concept of marketing and teaching the skilled trades to Gen Z, you'll find additional material in our resource library. You can use the main menu to click ahead and draw upon this supplemental content to help you answer the relevant application questions. Or you can save it to explore later if you prefer. Giving away $1 million in prizes each year is an incredible honor and a lot of fun for us here at Harbor Freight Tools for Schools. But better than that is knowing we are helping to build a community of educators like you that are passionate about teaching the trades and providing students with pathways to graduation, to post-secondary training, great jobs, and a workforce our country needs. We hope you'll stay a part of that growing community long after you click submit. And don't forget, the deadline to apply for the prize is May 13th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Best of luck.
The way to sell skilled trade education to this generation is to be authentic. And that means showing real stories on how people got into it and then the success that came from it. You can't fake this. And so showing that, whether it's getting alumni from the school to come back and talk to potential graduates or have celebrity people who are passionate about this talking about their own experiences. But you have to be authentic. You can't fake it. You can't pretend like, oh, sure, sawdust is the greatest thing ever. Nonsense. And they will see right through that. It's kind of tough trying to figure out how to hook kids at any age, forever. This has been why marketing companies exist. How do we find and tap into people? You talk to kids authentically about what they get to do and then the money they get to make outside of that and the potential and then how they're helping people in their community that resonates with them. It's an easy sell. We're not even stretching the truth. This is just reality. I think that introducing students to any portion of CTE is actually making them better consumers in the real world. Should every student take an automotive class? Yes. Should they all become mechanics? Probably not, but they're all going to drive a car. Should they all take a construction class? Absolutely. Should they all go into construction? Probably not. The careers are there, but the reality is that I believe all these students are going to be successful, and someday they're going to buy a big screen TV and want to know how to mount it to a wall. Now, are they going to hire a contractor to do it, or are they going to do it themselves because they learned how to do that in high school? We're making smarter consumers, and so at the end, it's that. Do you know how empowering it is to go into a place and know that I can talk as an equal to another craft professional? It's wonderful. And so that is raised my self-esteem because I work in the trades, but then it has also made me a confident consumer. I don't consider CTE to be an extracurricular activity. It's all around us. It's everything we do. And I look at this opportunity now that students have to be in these classrooms as a safe space to fail. If you're building something and it falls apart, You failed. But guess what? You're going to problem solve and you're going to learn how to do this and work through it. And what a valuable opportunity for a student. And then on top of that, to know that these skills can actually take them places, whether it's through a career or even building their own house, that's empowering. How, as a teacher, would you not want to encourage every one of these students to consider that? It's just being able to share the passion on, why are you in this to begin with? I do it because I love sawdust. I really do. And I couldn't imagine trying to talk about, how to cut hair. It's not necessarily my passion. So it's being true to yourself on, what do you love? I think instead of a teacher saying, I am passionate about this, trust me, a teacher should say, I'm passionate about this, let me show you. And that means bringing in projects, photographs, sharing stories, or even doing a project in the classroom that shows, your love for a passion. Let's say you're a hobby woodworker at home. You can totally bring that into your classroom if you're teaching electronics. It's all math and it's all art. And so sharing it at any level is incredibly valuable. I'm so jealous of all the toys that kids have to play with now. Are you kidding me? As a teacher, now you can really be creative with your assignment. Why wouldn't you have your students recreate a skyline of a downtown area? Then you can create it in CAD, and then you could use a 3D printer to make it in real life. These are fun, these are engaging things that students can actually see hands-on what they've created, but in real life have great applicable skills. If you have a student who likes to play video games, they would be an amazing candidate to go into construction. That technology in video games is the same thing that we use in CAD and other architectural programs. So yeah, think outside the box and have fun with it now. If you're a teacher and you want to create content, I think the first place to start is look at your lesson plan. And that's what you're doing, is you're taking your lesson plan to the digital content. And then talk to the students that you have right now. They might be tapped into some sort of technology you might not be aware of. And if nothing else, you're going to need their help, because they're going to be the ones operating the camera, also contributing to what content they find interesting. Document everything that you can and use their creativity to enhance your videos. I've been blown away looking at students thinking, why don't we just put the camera angle over here? Or what if we caught that instead, because it would be interesting. They have the nuggets on what they want to see. Ask them. Being inauthentic is going to be a huge failure. Also, adding too much. You don't need to add a bunch of editing and music and overlays and stuff. It's about the content. Students now have the opportunity to go through a bunch of different mediums, and so getting to the nugget that you want to pass on is really important. You don't have to waste your time with any sort of fancy graphics. It's all about the content. You should use social media, create a hashtag for your school, and then create a scavenger hunt around your school with pictures of CTE things. And students have to take a picture of it, do a caption, and at the end of the day or the week they win a prize. It's by engaging students, and the more that they share or have likes on their picture could raise their status. And it's by that social media peer pressure, I think, is really going to drive the message in schools. I think teachers should think of a consistent hashtag to use that's universally used for all postings regarding this. And so then you create a consistent database. I think also then using filters of sorts. They are available for a nominal fee, but there's a lot of success with Snapchat and then transferring that into Instagram. And so engaging with students' filters or modes that they can modify pictures with, especially with things CTE, is really successful. But having that consistency with an @ or an hashtag is absolutely necessary. You can't have success without it. I love seeing this change. It's been wonderful now to go onto a job site and nobody ever looks at me because I'm a female. They want to know how skilled I am first. Taking advantage of how diverse students are now is really, it's an untapped potential, because now we have students that come from so many different backgrounds and have great potential and things to share and pass on that we can do a whole lot more. And so I think it starts by listening. Ask questions, really start to dive in and see what powers them. What's that strike and spark? We might be culturally missing out on tapping into some students because we just don't know. And so ask. And then also ask them how they want to participate. Teachers can really take advantage of the entrepreneurial opportunities with students by using all the technology around them. Ask them what are things that they're missing in their life. Tap into their inventive side. Kids naturally play and they want to create and craft things. And now there are tools that we really can. I can dream up anything now and 3D print it. I wish I had that as a kid. Are you kidding me? I would have invented all sorts of things. And so letting them play and explore and express stuff without the fear of failure is how you're going to tap into that. And they might come up with some amazing ideas, and then really coaxing them and putting them on paths so they have good foundation pieces to grow with that information. I think that by encouraging students to invent and be creative, then use the tools around them to actually create those things and show them the potential that they could make money off this. We're looking at websites right now where you can put crafts up online and sell them. Why wouldn't you let a kid do that? Your students are so creative, and then showing them, look, you invented this and now here it is and it's being sold to someone. You can show them in real life what's happening and then talk about the potential and growth from there. Yeah, once they see it, they believe it.